Hey guys, welcome to my first YouTube video. So, in this video, we're going to be deploying our first DigitalOcean droplet, or VPS. So, before we get started, you're obviously going to have to create an account with DigitalOcean. Now, before you do so, I should mention that if you are to use my my referral link in the description of this video, you will get a $50 30-day credit, and I'll earn $25 once you spend $25. It's really just a win-win. So basically, you get $50 to try out DigitalOcean, and then once you do spend $25, you don't have to, but once you do, I get $25. Win-win. Alright, next, once you do sign up for DigitalOcean using this nice little text box thingy here, you will see a menu like this. It'll look more like this. Alright, and what you're going to want to do is go over to this little create drop-down menu here. You'll see a bunch of options. DigitalOcean's adding these daily, it seems. And you're going to want to click Droplet. Droplet is just a fancy term for calling deploy a server, or VPS, virtual private server. So the first thing you're going to see is choose an image. An image is just a distribution of Linux. Almost always. Anyways, if you're a beginner, you're going to want to choose Ubuntu, and make sure you have that 1804 option ticked. You're going to want to choose 1804 because it's the LTS version of Ubuntu, or long-term support. It'll basically last the longest with the latest security patches and such. And yeah, since this video is for starters or beginners, you're going to want to keep this standard option clicked. Again, since you have that $50 credit now that you signed up, I would choose any option that's below $50 a month. It only makes sense. But more importantly, if you want to make that credit last for the 30 days at least, just spin up a $5 server, especially since we're just testing it, right? Because you can literally deploy these. You can deploy one, delete one, deploy one, delete one, deploy one, delete one, all in an hour. Because you're billed by the hour, you're not billed by the month. That's really, really nice. It's called hourly billing. Alright, next, you're going to see this little add backup option. Now, if you're just starting out, you don't need this backup that's going to cost you an extra $1 per month. It just doesn't make sense. But if you are a little more experienced and your project has critical data stored on it, you might want to look into that $1 per month. It's not that big of an investment, but it is pretty big if you're not going to use it. Alright, next we have this add block storage option. Again, if you're just starting out, you don't need block storage. But if you're wondering about what block storage is, block storage basically just allows you to connect an external media drive, it's all automatic, to the server, which expands the amount of space you have on the server. Again, no beginner's going to need this, especially if you're just testing out the server. And I believe it's, what? Looks like 10 cents a gigabyte? How do I close that? Anyways, next we're going to see choose a data center region. Basically, this is where the server is going to be deployed. Now, if you're just starting out, choose the data center that's closest to you. In my case, it's going to be New York. And it doesn't matter if you choose 1 or 3. I think 3 has the newest gigabit Ethernet ports or something like that. Okay. Anyways, scrolling down, we'll see this panel that says select options. If you're just starting out, you don't need any of this. It's basically extra functionality that they don't charge for. Alright, next we have add your SSH keys to the server. Now, if you're just starting out, you don't need SSH keys, especially if you don't even know what an SSH key is. Alright. Now, how many droplets? That's pretty obvious what that does. Basically, it just allows you to add 1 or 2 or deploy multiple droplets at one time. Next, we have this choose a host name option. Basically, this is just going to be the name of your server, or in layman's terms, the computer name. I mean, there's nothing complicated there. Alright, and if you didn't click that create a volume button, this create button should be green, and just go ahead and click that. And about within less than a minute, I'd say, your new VPS will be deployed. Alright, and for the sake of this video, I already spun up a server about 10 minutes ago, just to automate this a bit. Alright, we go back here, and once that server's finished deploying, you'll see a menu that looks like this. Alright, and basically what this means is it's just an overview of your server. If you go ahead and click the name of your server here, you'll get a nice little statistics panel that shows you your CPU usage, your memory usage, your disk input output, Yeah, just basically a whole bunch of information like that. Alright, and that's all for this video. Hopefully we have a part 2 coming that'll show you how to access this newly deployed server. If you have any questions, please leave a comment below, and if you enjoyed this or learned something new, click that like button. And if you feel like you actually, genuinely want to do something nice, click that subscribe button. That's all I ask. And farewell.